So this is how they try to discredit us, and this is what they do. Let's go ahead and play a few minutes of this show from a Genesis show, the Power Hour. Here it is.
I am calling because I'm very concerned. We have some actual proof that a trucker may actually be transporting
Stop right there.
Bird flu.
Back that up. We have proof that a trucker may actually be. That's kind of like this headline I was reading here earlier. Gordon Brown has vowed to make every young person do 50 hours of volunteer work to make you, and then you read what he's introducing, forced compulsory national service. It's a lot more than 50 hours. That's just how they start it. So see, listen to that clip again carefully. We have proof that he may be. Listen.
I am calling because I'm very concerned. We have some actual proof that a trucker may actually be transporting bird flu.
Stop again. We have proof that he may be actually? But, I mean, meanwhile, they admit that it came out 4 years ago that weaponized bird flu crashed in a car wreck with FedEx. It was in the Associated Press. Nobody cared. You have real bird flu being mailed out to over 5,000 locations then. And then they mail it out to all these locations in Europe, Baxter does, and have it mixed with it. But there's no hysteria, no freaking out, no Google videos, no YouTube videos, because it's documented. See, I mean, I don't understand it. There's all these videos with tens of millions of views of fake FEMA stuff, but none of all the real things. Go ahead and finish up with it.
We have a federal agent who is aware, who has taken the documents to many agencies, including New York State Police, the FBI in many, many states, infection control disease. And what this trucker reported was that he works for Department of Homeland Security. He's a Spanish man who is trucking an independent truck. He goes down to the corner of Broadway and Clinton in Albany, New York, at the Department of Homeland Security facility every single evening for loads. He said there are Raymore and Flanagan's and J.B. Hunt trucks ahead of him loading, that he has taken loads from a silo above Glens Falls. His truck actually was lowered into the ground into a silo.
Yeah, let's stop right there. Let's stop right there. She later says it's missiles. So he's in silos getting fresh bird flu, but you listen to the whole tape, never is there any proof of bird flu. And then they're down in the missile silos and the missiles, and then it's being trucked around, and then they pay them cash, and they go to windows to get their money, and they go in back rooms. It's not how the government operates. Just keep playing it.
The ground. He was given a shot in his arm, told to protect his family. He transported iced, refrigerated loads to the Pentagon.
By the way, stop there. Stop there. I mean, I was watching, a lot of different programs about the history of trucking. They have federal lines, and they have federal lines that carry nukes, carry bio, carry everything. It's all government run. But I mean, listen to this. This hysteria. Go back to it.
Tucson, Arizona. He was told that he told the federal investigator how he's getting paid through the Bank of America with a number. He walks up to a window. He presents his number. He is taken to a back room and paid in cash. He showed the federal agent $100,000 worth of receipts because he gets $5,000 per load, and he's done as many as 3 loads per day.
Okay, now wait, let me just stop you right here, because this is amazing information to say the least. Now, perhaps he is transporting vaccines, refrigerated vaccines. Is that a possibility?
Anything that has to be iced either has to be an antigen or an antibody. That's all we know. But we know that they gave him a shot to transport it, that they told him it was to protect his family, that it is obviously something that has to be kept refrigerated. He did 1 load for a complete week to Tucson, Arizona and back, but the amount of money that they're paying him under the table through Bank of America, only loading at night. They call him and they ask him to come down to meetings at Department of Homeland Security at 3 o'clock in the morning. They'll ask him how he's doing and send him back home and say, fine, you're okay, go back home. He has other truckers. He knows of a trucker with a 53-foot bed unit that took a missile type. He was able to see his load, and that was taken out to Phoenix, Arizona. He was given $18,000 to truck that load 2 times. It was 80 tons, and he blew his brakes. The Department of Homeland Security took care of it. He also has been to 2 silos. He's been to many cities with his loads. He is continuously working for Department of Homeland Security, and they are relocating him since the federal agents and the state police were notified. We were notified that he is being relocated to Tucson, Arizona, at a base 15 miles below Tucson. And
okay, now, let me just ask you, Mary, how did you come upon this information?
I can't say. I mean, just what I'm saying already has probably put me in danger.
Look, I can't play any more of it. I can't listen to it. Folks, it just gets more whacked out from there. Again, the news, health workers on trial for vaccine scam in Poland, bird flu injections. Homeless people die after bird flu vaccine trial. Now, that's mainstream news. And then the video ends with people hysterically running up to a train with it shaking everywhere, and it's just an empty train. I mean, there's train tracks all around here. The trains, you know, half of them are full going one direction, the other half are empty going the other direction. I guess I could run up hyperventilating and shoot video of a train. And again, I'm not blaming people for picking up on this. This is what happens as the general public wakes up but doesn't have the deep discernment yet. This is what happens because the government has tested chemical, biologicals, radiologicals. They have carried out the Tuskegee experiment and all the other things people know about. There is some weird stuff going on with bird flu. But they just ship it around in FedEx trucks. And then when it's nukes and actual bioweapons and things, they ship them on government lines, government contracted lines. And it's just done nonchalantly. But to say refrigerated stuff out of missile silos to other missile silos, and then he had a missile, and then he saw it. I mean, you listen to that, folks. I've heard it a million times. I know bull when I hear it. And I'd stake my right arm that this is the biggest load of malarkey I've ever heard in my life. Now, again, I don't blame, you know, I could take a crazy call like that, and I would certainly entertain it. I'm not blaming anybody for that. And I don't blame listeners and people out there for posting the videos and asking people about it. But you asked me what I thought of it, folks.